Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're going to be talking about quad box for the month of October 2018. What happened to September's box? We'll get into that. Stick around. So, quad box. So there's been some news about them lately. Basically, things have been changing. People have been getting promotions and things that they've been having a little bit of difficulties, and they're trying to resolve them, and they're restructuring how the boxes are going to be set up and what's going to be in them. And there's actually now 4 versions of the quad box that you can elect to purchase at different price points. And I think that's really cool that a company's kind of trying to be more catering to their audience and trying to just be more obtainable by, adjusting and making alternate versions of something versus just saying, here's what we have, take it or leave it. So I think that's really important for a company. Now, why are we talking about the quad box in October when we never did a September box yet? And the reason is very simple. I haven't received one. Basically, for the month of September, there was some sort of shipping issue and box issue, and I'm not really quite clear exactly what happened, but basically, some people, myself included, just didn't receive a box, and they're working on resolving that and getting boxes out to those people, so that, everyone's all nice and happy. So once I receive my September box, we'll be going through, unboxing it, and doing our cost analysis and everything on that, and comparing it to the drone drop box. I did receive, however, the October box. So I figured rather than waiting for the September box to do the October box, I'm just going to go in and do the October box, and we'll compare the drone drop October box to this October box, and we'll do our cost analysis just like normal. And when the September box does arrive, we'll go back in time essentially and do a review on that box as well. Now, if you're new here, kick back, relax, take your shoes off, chill out. And if you like what you see, maybe hit that subscribe button, hit that bell while you're at it. Basically just makes finding my videos easy, doesn't cost you a dime to subscribe, and basically we talk about anything about multi-rotors, quads, drones, whatever you want to call them. We just, we do unboxings, we do some flight tests, we do some tricks, we do some freestyle, we do some race, we do a whole lot of everything. So, hope I give you some value here. Anyway, let's get back to this unboxing. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in close, we're going to look at the products, see what's inside, and then we're going to do a little cost analysis, give you my take on the products, as well how much value is there versus how much the box costs, and, we'll take it from there, all right? So why don't you come in close, and let's get this done. All right, so we got our quad box, I got my X-Acto blade, let's get to opening. All right, we give it a little flip, and there's like it's got a little bit of weight to this one. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. All right, let's give our little cut open. Little pre-open on that flap so it's easy to flip over. Okay. Here it comes. All right, this is looking pretty darn yummy. Let's see what we got here. So we got the Joshua Bardwell stickers here. It's like more of a stylized cartooned version. Pretty cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We got some props here. We got HQ props. They're a purple color. They are 5 by 4.3 by 3 1S in light purple. Very cool. Love them. Love them. Love them. Next up, we got a thing from Race Day Quads. It's a coupon code to get 5% off. Awesome. And we have our tool item, it looks like, which is a really nice hex driver. Very heavy duty. It's an 8mm hex driver. This is basically for your motor nuts. Very nice in the palm, very heavy duty. Loving that. It's not just a little wimpy you know, this has got some beef to it. All right, next I'm gonna pull out the, looks like an antenna. See what we got here. It is the Foxeer Lollipop Stubby. Basically just screw that right on and off you go. And look at that. It's actually quad box branded. That's pretty cool. Loving it. All right, let's go in for this thing. Oh, I just got chills. Do you see what this is? I don't know if you can see what this is, but it's a freaking Lipo pack. That's why this had weight to it. It's their R-Line series. And I don't know if you know. If you don't know, I am a huge fan of Tattu. It's the only packs that I fly. There's their R-Line models, which are the higher end, higher C, higher discharge rate ones. This is a 100C discharge rate pack, and it's a 1550 high volt pack. Oh my God, we're gonna have to crack that open later and check that out. I'm excited about that. And, we got a paper here before we get into the shirt. And that's pretty cool. They now included basically an itinerary here of what's in the box, some little information, and some. It's nice to have kind of almost like a packing list to get an idea of what's going on in the back box and everything. So we have the limited edition shirt, some props, the wild card item, which was the Foxeer antenna. We have the tool, which is the prop nut driver, the limited edition stickers, and the coupon code for 5% off of race day quads. Very cool. That's nice that they've included that. And this shirt, I am so excited about. Let's open it up here and take a peek at it. That is awesome. Here we go. It basically just says, Joshua Bardwell is the FPV know-it-all. Truer words can never be spoken. Very cool. Loving the shirt. Going into the rotation, guaranteed. All right, so to recap, we got the t-shirt, we got the Tattu battery pack, 3 sets of props, the antenna, the hex driver, coupon code, stickers, and packing list, which is a nice addition. All right, let's run some numbers, see what we come back with. I got some numbers, and holy crow, am I excited about this box as far as value goes. Oh my God. All right, here's your numbers. Now, we're going to go through it line by line, starting off with those HQ props. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Love getting some props. I run through them all the time. It's great to have some on hand, and it's great that they're quality props. My go-to props are HQ brand and Dal Cyclones are the 2 that I use, so it's always great to get either of those. But even if it's not one of those brands, hey, you know what? I'm willing to try other things. You know, maybe it's better. I don't know. I won't know until I try it. So it's always good to get some props, but I'm really happy it's HQ props. The next item on the list here is the Lollipop, and it is the version 2. I may have not mentioned that when I was unboxing. There's original version, which was the Lollipop version 1. And what that was, it really was kind of a clone of the Lumineer Axie antenna. So I'm not 100% sure, but I'm guessing there was some sort of legal action, and that's why the Lollipop version 1 got discontinued and they came out with the Lollipop version 2. However, it's entirely different antenna. So let me give you a little quick what's each one about. So the Lollipop version 1, or the Lumineer Axie, is a great antenna when you have a multipathing environment. What's multipathing environment? Think of it like an echo to sound. And what would cause that? Well, if you're in let's say a parking garage or a place with a lot of concrete walls, maybe indoors, and a lot of, signals bouncing off the walls and everything, that's where an Axie really shines, because it can block out all the echoes and just zero in on that true signal. However, you are narrowing of what you're allowing to come through, so something that may have been a little weaker, it may ignore, kind of a thing, to simplify. The Lollipop version 2, what's inside is it's actually a little kind of cloverleaf shaped antenna thing, and that's great when you're not in a multipathing environment. For example, like in the middle of a field or maybe flying around some trees or something. You're not going to really get much multipathing going on there. So you'll actually get better reception using those antennas in that environment than you would, using, let's say, an Axie in that type of environment. So it's sort of nice to cater your antenna to the environment you're going to be flying in. So if you plan on using this Lollipop 2, great outdoors, great in a field, great when you're flying around some trees, and that's really where it should be. It should really shine. You'll actually get really good reception from that. So it's a really great addition. Plus, it's really cool that it's like a special color. Normally, the Lollipop only comes in red and white. And so it's green, which is number one. And number two, it's got the Quadbots logo on it. So it's actually like a special edition antenna, which is kind of like a neat little special thing. You throw that on the quad, people see it, they're like, oh, look at that. So I kind of like that. It's also flagged in yellow just because the retail price and the China column are the same. So anytime that happens, I flag things in yellow. And quite frankly, I think I might in the future start getting rid of the China column anyway, because a lot of the times I'm finding that everything's sort of the same price. So you're only saving a few bucks here or there. Nowadays, I think either maybe the, Banggood and GearBest kind of caught on and maybe they're not offering things as cheap as they could, or the local places are just getting it from Banggood and then making their prices like the same so that they can, you sell it here, sell it there, who cares? I don't know. But I'm not really finding really major deals when going to Banggood, especially when you're looking for more of like a brand name price. Now, obviously, if you're looking for some sort of a tool or something along those lines, yes, there can be a very big gap to be found. But when you're looking for a specific flight controller or an ESC or something, the prices from somewhere here and the prices from like Banggood are almost the same. So we'll see how if it continues to follow this trend, I'll probably stop including a China price and just have a list of prices. Moving on down, the nut driver. Here's a perfect example of where the China column does play in, and that is, it's almost half the price if you were to order the same nut driver from China versus here. But the one thing to keep in mind is that Quadbox has announced that they're going to start, instead of having the wildcard product and the tool product, they're going to combine those into one thing. So sometimes you'll get a tool, sometimes you'll get a better wildcard item. And I have a feeling they're going to be moving a little bit more away from the tool items because they've said in their announcement, how many tools do you really need? So I have a feeling that also is going to influence how I do my cost analysis. But for now, you can see that, there's your prices. Even though I already have a nut wrench that I use for my motor nuts, it's good having two of them. And the reason is because I can keep one on my workbench at home and one in my bag when I go flying. Because it's happened a few times where I'll use my tools out of my bag on my workbench here at home. And then when I go out on the field flying and I break a prop, I'm like, oh, dang it. I forgot my wrench. How am I going to take this prop off? Then I end up doing some sort of weird thing with a pair of pliers and stuff, and it never turns out good. Or I'm borrowing from someone else. But it's nice to basically have a tool in both locations so I don't have to keep moving it back and forth. I can just have it one in each place and off I go. Now the battery. Oh my God. The battery, I don't know if you could tell by my excitement when I opened it and saw it, but I am a huge fan of Tattu. And I love their batteries. And especially, I have 3 of that exact same battery, except there's one version, one notch better, that lets you disconnect your balance leads off of the battery. So they're just one less thing to be flopping around to maybe end up in your props or something. Because I've actually had it happen twice, 2 or 3 times to me now, where I've destroyed a battery because my balance leads somehow ended up into the props. And yeah, it causes a big problem. So when I bought these, I said, let me get the ones that you can disconnect. But it's otherwise the exact same battery that was in this box. And I love it. I mean, you can really tell the combination of it being 100C and being a high volt means you have a little, especially when you first, fire it up and you first take off, you have a little bit higher voltage. So you got a little more to your motors. And you have that 100C, so it'll actually, you don't get that voltage drop. So when you do a punch out, it's not like, yeah. It's actually like, yeah, let's keep going, yeah. The point is that I love these batteries. They really perform well, and I'm very happy to have another one because they are that good. So that's my opinion on those. And holy crow, did you see the price on it? That this is included in the box along with everything else? Wow. And lastly, the shirt. I mean, who doesn't like a Joshua Bardwell shirt? I mean, I loved it so much I had to throw it on here while I was doing the cost analysis to just start, trying it out and stuff. I really liked it, so threw it on, loved the shirt. And again, it's flagged in yellow just because I'm kind of just marking t-shirts at around $15 because that seems to be the average cost of whatever pilot shirt that's out there. Obviously, I couldn't find this particular shirt off, after doing a little bit of searching. It might be just a quad box exclusive, but I think $15 is a fair price to give to a pilot t-shirt type thing. So, you add it all up. Now let's look at these bottom numbers here. Do you see how much value there is on this box? Like, wow. As a subscriber, look how much it cost me to buy it. It cost me about $50. I got like $43 of value on top of that because it was like a $94 box total value. So it's just shy of doubling my money? I mean, that's really good. I mean, even for like the one-time purchases and everything, I mean, you can see the numbers there. This value on this box is super strong. I think this might be the biggest value box in a long time. So I'm really, really pleased with that. Speaking of value, let's compare this now to the drone drop box. Now, again, remember, we did not get our September quad box, so we're going to leave the September drone drop and the September quad box. We're going to leave this out of our running total because I can't fairly compare them at this point. However, here is the running total for the boxes that I've received from both brands since February. I've been subscribing to both of them, and again, full disclosure, I don't get these for free. I'm not paid to say what I'm saying. I buy these just like you. I reach in my pocket, pull out my credit card, lay it down, I pay for it, and they come in the mail, and I'm just some guy who likes to make a video about unboxing them and sharing it with you. So that should give you an idea of how genuine I am about my opinions and what's in these boxes. That being said, look at this. Now you'll see some things are marked in green, and if you're new here, that just means that's the one that had the highest value. That's the one that had the most value total running. So from February till October, minus the September for both boxes, here's your running total. And here's the part that I think is really important to take a look at. Let's just look at that average column for a moment. For drone drop, you get about $100 over the cost of the boxes that you purchased along the way. Cool. As a one-time purchase for quad box, you got $150 over the cost of the boxes. So even just buying it one-offs, you're basically looking at, on average, 1.5 times your money back. I mean, that's pretty darn good. And as a subscriber, you can see the amounts are higher, obviously, because you're a subscriber, you're saving more per box. And if you look at how much over the cost of the box is for a subscriber on average, it's $180 to like $230, which is about 1 1/3 times. So you're still getting a ton of value, and it's basically 1 1/3 times more than drone drop. So really, it looks like quad box is pulling way out ahead as far as being great value for the box. Now, obviously, the contents of the box is what really matters. If you're into what's in a drone drop box, then, that's the box for you. If you're into the contents of like being more of random and just not really knowing what you're going to get, then quad box would be for you. But as far as if you're just looking to get the best value and you only wanted to pick one, I still stand by what I've been saying lately. Quad box is offering the strongest value. So if you're looking for dollar, that quad box is the one that, I'd recommend you go for. Obviously, I like both because that's why I get both. But, I can't tell you what's right for you. That's for you to decide. I just provide you with that information and allow you to make your own decisions. So I hope to help you out. Hope you had some good content in here, and I hope to help you make a decision if you found this video trying to make a decision. So, as always, my name is Tronage. Fly strong.